what's going on? Legion Rudy here playing more RuneScape Dragonwilds. Welcome to our Daily Gaming XP Grind episode 110. So right now we're actually just going to be killing a bunch of sheep and ram and gathering more resources. We actually are already level 50, so we don't really actually need any more XP. It's all just going to be extra. And there's quite a bit of sheep and ram over here, so let's just go and we can collect everything off the ground. Obviously, Fell Hollow is about 2 months away, give or take, and so we're really excited for that to come to the game. And until that time, we're just going to have to keep stacking XP, which obviously we do this quite a bit, but we got to get back into basically just after we've basically got range to level 50. We do want to put some time into actually getting XP in range, but thankfully it's actually really easy to get range XP if you kill a sheep and ram. It's quite therapeutic, which I've talked about a little bit. Playing the game is actually quite therapeutic, so if you guys are newer players to the game, there's lots to look forward to the further and further along that you get into the game. Obviously, this is all pretty much just early access stuff. I think that the game is going to take incredible leaps once Felado comes to the game. Obviously, Velgar is quite a fun challenge, so that boss is really cool. It's interesting to see what other challenges they are going to present us with. Let's see if I can get that sheep. We got him. So, crossbow, definitely the way to go. But they're definitely going to be increasing the difficulty of the game, which is exciting, yet a little bit concerning. But obviously the developers probably have a good understanding, and you do want to have challenges in the game. You don't want things to be too easy. So we didn't do an XP update quite out at the beginning of the video, and the real reason for that is basically I want to get to getting XP, and then we can sort of discuss that after. So I don't think that's something that we have to do right this second. And obviously, once we're done killing sheep and ram today, we're probably going to work on cooking in the next episode. And the reason is that basically once we've killed that many sheep and ram, we should have quite a bit of resources that we can actually use to get cooking up. I could pick dwellberries while I'm out here. It will probably actually be a really good idea. It just, at that point, you're sort of tearing away your time, and you're sort of just jumping all over the place. So I don't necessarily want to really do that. I think I want to just focus on one thing. I did actually find time behind the scenes, which I haven't really been doing a lot behind the scenes. I found time to shoot down all the rune essence, so that's been taken care of, which I'm quite happy about, because it's been a while since I guess I really have done behind the scenes in that regard. So I think that's really important to keep doing that, because we're obviously going to have to eventually get to 1 million XP in rune crafting. And we are trying to sort of put that off, though, because once we do rune crafting, then all we have is cooking. And really, everything's already level 50. But we do have milestones with certain skills that we'd actually like to hit. But let's be real here. A lot of the milestones that I've got left, really a milestone to me is 500,000 XP in 1 million. And we're just light years away in many of the skills that we've currently got that we're working on. Obviously, a melee would be ridiculous. It would just take a considerable amount of time. And then you've got magic, which I really don't like magic, to be quite honest with you. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's just, it's not my preferred method to fight with. It's not fun. I don't know why. But ultimately, if you guys are playing the game pretty consistently, I think it's really important to keep getting Blurite ore, as this is probably going to be the most powerful bolt in the game when the Fell Hollow comes out. So it's going to probably help you navigate through all the harder creatures that they introduce into the game. And you're definitely going to want to have your best chance at survival fighting these higher level creatures. That's just my thought. You guys can do it how you like. I can't believe this sheep is causing all these problems. And then we've got a plant. I don't think I can get that. Oh, got him. That was crazy. So this is going to give me some good XP. I don't really care about the XP. It's just more so probably a good idea to kill him. Obviously, I do actually care about the XP, but not for the reason of... it's not a necessity, but at the same time, there's going to be some drops that he drops, and we just want to kill him. So let's go ahead and take care of this. It's interesting. The accuracy sometimes lately has been a little bit off on the crossbow, but there's another plant up there, so it looks like they finally all respond in. Makes it a little bit harder to navigate around here, mainly just at nighttime. Even with range, which makes it incredibly better to navigate through this area. But you are going to have time when you've got the Garu archers and the Garu berserkers and obviously the Garu thrains, which they can make things incredibly difficult. And you might have to back up while you're fighting with ranged, and you don't want to back right into that. So I don't really want to fight this guy, but I guess he'll give good XP as long as he doesn't completely kill us. So normally I might just run away because this guy's incredibly powerful, but why not just go ahead and get a kill, get a Garu pack, and I guess get some XP. But these guys are incredibly and insanely deadly. And I'm just sort of backing up, which I don't really like, because I could be backing up into anything, to be completely honest. So there we go. See, we've got a ranger now. But I guess it's fine. It's good to have extra Garu packs, potentially because they might have seeds from when farming comes into the game. So ultimately, it's all towards the same goal. And that goal really is just getting as pretty much XP as we can get before Valhalla comes to the game, which will help us get levels once they are first introduced into the game, unlocking abilities, which could potentially help us. And I'm still going to be going through all the actual natural processes. Just because a new skill comes out and I might actually be the max level, it doesn't really mean I'm not interested in it. I'm still going to be investing a heavy amount of time enjoying those new things you can make and making more sets of armor, probably making a ridiculous amount more of mannequins with that armor. So I mean, I think it all sort of just ties in together, and it's a project that's going to be sort of ongoing for a really long time. So that's pretty much where we are with that. We for those of you who might have missed certain episodes, we have been going back and spending time basically deleting things that were in the fractured planes, because it takes a ridiculous amount of time to load into the area. So I've been going back and trying to get rid of things that I really don't need. Some of them minimal, some of them rather large, but we are keeping our gigantic creations that we've made. Those are things I'm unwilling to part with. I just can't get rid of them. So we are going to go over here really quick, probably pop a ward stone, and then sort of tidy up our base. We killed quite a bit. What I'd really like to do right now is actually work on cooking a little bit potentially, or maybe we could just organize, but it's really tricky. I guess we're just gonna have to organize. I think that might be actually the better approach. So let's go ahead and put all this stuff over here, and then go ahead and do this. So let's go ahead and put this stuff away, and I don't know, maybe we'll just go back and kill more sheep and ram. I feel like the cooking is going to take a little bit of time, and I don't really want to force it. So let's go ahead and put all this stuff away really quick. Look at all those ram horns. That's absolutely ridiculous. And as time goes on, we're going to have even more. But we've got plenty of meat, I think, to work on cooking in the next episode. Let's take another look. Yes, we're really building a gigantic pile of the meat. So I think we are just going to go back. Our inventory was full anyway. Let's see what time it is. So we actually can't go to sleep yet. Let's go here. This is actually a lodestone that I'd actually eventually like to get rid of, because we had it there for rune essence. We don't really need to have it there anymore. We're so close to 1,000,000 XP. A lot of these will come up at some point. But for now, we're going to leave them because we like to hunt the sheep and ram. And it just makes it really easy to get to the ones that are spawning in, and just helps us navigate out here. So we're not going to be taking those out quite yet. Actually, once Valhalla comes to the game, you're going to want to have an insane amount of vault cores. The reason for this being that basically you're going to be encountering creatures and just different things I can't even possibly give an explanation for, because I've got no idea myself. But what I do know is I remember basically going into the new zones in Ashenfall when the game first came out, and it made it so much easier to have lodestones for when you die. So I think it's really going to be beneficial if you've got ways to navigate around to get back to your body. Potentially there's going to be ore that you're going to want to get, and there might be higher level creatures guarding it. So lots of different possibilities. So I think it really makes a lot of sense though to save those vault cores, or potentially pull up old ones that you know you're really not going to use anymore. And then that way you can actually use this to help you navigate through Valhalla when it comes to the game. I've actually got a couple of lodestones placed where it looks like the map's going to turn into Valhalla, And then basically the reason for that is just so that way when the update does come to the game, I can just sort of teleport over there right away and start working on the new quests and different things like that. Farming is going to be something that I'm going to be spending an incredible amount of time working on. I'm really excited about it. I really like farming in the old RuneScape. And if, in fact, Guru packs, Bird's Nest, and Goblin packs are going to give seeds for farming, I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it. I think we're going to be able to do an insane amount of seeds and things like that. But I imagine that the higher level creatures that we fight, obviously it looked like we're going to be fighting some skeletons, so they're probably going to be dropping some sort of thing that we can actually get and open up from them. And then there's probably going to be high level seeds inside those. So I think just that's whole speculation, but I think it really makes sense. And as time progresses, I think that over the course, there's going to be high level creatures that give better seeds. If they decide to go that route, it really just makes sense. Or it could just be only tree birds' nests. That kind of makes sense too. But we're just going to have to wait and see. But I think it keeps up with the tradition of RuneScape. So I'm just planning on it from all different angles. In worst case scenario, I get to open up like, was it 2,000 Goblin packs and 1,500 Garu packs? And then I'm going to have a ridiculous amount of Quorum. And potentially they might start adding other herbs in packs later in the game too. So that might be the way to actually get certain herbs that they decide to put into the game. So let's go ahead. We've got quite... I can't believe it. I tried to shoot the sheep and I got the rune essence to fall, which was quite crazy. Let's see. Way overshot that guy. Now it's... Oh, we got shot by a ranger that we can't see. That makes no sense. He sort of blends in, but it's almost nighttime. This is actually why we don't hunt in the dark. I was actually blocking right there as well, so I'm not entirely sure why I died. But basically, we're going to go back. We're going to get our body. Our inventory was full. Now we're dead. And we're basically going to call it. And we're going to do an XP update really quick. We just got to find our body. There it is. And we're going to head back. So I think we got quite a bit accomplished. We sort of got a little bit of stuff organized. And just got an insane amount more of resources. This is just going to be a rinse and repeat thing. We kill a couple of Garu here and there. Our base will get invaded here and there. And then we're going to work on rune crafting in between. But anyway, let's get to an XP update. So 316,000 attack XP, 45,000 ranged XP, level 50. Woodcutting 1,001,000, construction 2,013,000, rune crafting 908,000 XP. Magic 122,000, mining 4,204,000, artisan 4,122,000, and cooking 351,000. So we're making leaps and bounds in the game, and obviously we've got a long way to go. And we appreciate you guys watching our content. And until next time, Legion Rooted out.